Assalamu alaikum everyone. Wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening, and wonderful night. I'm Nahil Forest Wali, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's interview session. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. We have the privilege of hosting a highly esteemed individual with us today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mahmoud. Mr. Wageh, thank you for joining us today. We are eager to delve into your remarkable life journey and learn more about your experience. Without further ado, let's begin the interview and explore the incredible achievements and insights you have to share with us. So, welcome. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm
It's my
fine.
pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you. So, first of all, please introduce yourself for my viewers.
I am Mahmoud Wageh. I am 19 years old. I'm from Cairo, Egypt. I'm studying energy and renewable energy engineering at the Faculty of Engineering at Ainshams University, and I am a USAID scholar.
That's great. So, my first question is that can you tell us about your academic background and how you become interested in the field of energy and renewable energy?
I studied all my educational levels in governorate education, which is the most common in Egypt. I started when I was in grade seven to be interested in some sorts of science, like mathematics and programming, and I started to enroll into some competitions and initiatives, and also some volunteering work. Um, I applied to USAID scholarship, which prepares leaders for the future to have an impact on the overworld, and it supports and put stress on the crucial departments like energy and renewable energy. And I had the privilege to study energy and renewable energy because it's a field that has challenges and opportunities for the future. And as I mentioned, it has challenges to be tackled in the future and need people to come up with innovative and creative solutions for the problems of energy in our world. So these are the reasons why I chose to study energy and renewable energy.
Okay, nice. So, my second question is that as an organizer at the COP27 UNFCCC, what were your responsibilities and how did you contribute to the event?
I was responsible for organizing the sponsors and VIPs meeting rooms and pavilions in COP27, and my responsibilities was to facilitate all the stuff that are related to the pavilions and meeting rooms of the pavilions, and I have also helped my colleagues in the blue zone and green zone to facilitate all the badges of the attendees and the sponsors. Um, and I had also the honor to be invited to give a speech in front of American Congress and the American ambassador in Egypt to talk about my projects that serve the environment and contribute to tackle the problems of the climate change. And was my journey in COP27. And in the same time in Sharm el Sheikh, I was a delegate for Egypt in COP17, which is a small event like COP27, but for youth who are interested in tackling the problems of climate change over the world. And also, I was a delegate for Egypt there, and I attended a lot of sessions and shared my ideas and my solutions for the problems of climate change with my colleagues from all the world.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah.
So, my third question is that being a USAID scholar, how has that experience impacted your education and career goals in the field of energy and renewable energy?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, USAID put a stress on the field that can its graduates be effective leaders in the future and can have an impact on our planet in the future and tackle the problems that face the world. So they give me leadership, entrepreneurship, and scientific research programs and trainings to prepare me to be a leader in the future and to tackle the problems that face the world, especially in the climate change and in the energy and renewable energy sector. Yeah,
All
that's it.
right. So, could you share some of your notable achievements or projects related to energy and renewable energy during your time at Ainshams University?
Yeah, actually, I conducted some projects at my university. I can share one of them, which is a project to make a thermoelectric car from scratch. I used the learning outcomes of the thermal physics course in my curriculum. Um, to transfer heat energy to electrical energy and store it in batteries and use it later to move a car. And I did it, and it moves more than medium and accelerates successfully, which is an idea I used in this idea energy principles, specifically the first law of thermodynamics, which I learned in thermal physics course. And I had also another project that I worked on with my colleagues in USAID, which is an idea to generate electricity from bacteria called geobacter, which is depends only on the moisture in the air. While its nutrition, it generates potential difference, but we could apply this project on the small scale, and now we are working to develop it to be on the larger scale, to be used in Egypt or other countries that need to depend on renewable energy and different sources other than the fuel and the bad resources that's not useful for the environment.
Okay, all right. So, as a vice president and MLSC-EELU, what are your main responsibilities and how do you promote the importance of energy and renewable energy with the organizations?
Yeah, in Microsoft Learn Student Activity Club, I am responsible for monitoring all the committees as a vice president and voting planning for the community. And I also responsible for following up the progress of these plans and uh, recently I put a plan to make an integrated project that work on that serve the renewable energy sector, which is a project has a hybrid integration from a lot of sectors like energy and from the software and hardware aspects to work on a problem that tackle the renewable energy problems in Egypt. And all the committees in the community contribute to this project, starting from the electronics, the software, committee and the renewable energy. And we also added a research and development sector to work on this project in our community.
Okay, great. So, Cairo is a bustling city with significant energy demands. What are some initiatives or strategies you believe can be implemented to promote renewable energy adoption and sustainable in Cairo?
Yes, unfortunately, Cairo is a bustling city because it has a high number of people living in Cairo. So I have some, I can give some recommendations to tackle this problem and to use the sustainability to make Cairo a sustainable city. Firstly, we can say we can promote the investment in renewable energy infrastructure in Cairo. The government can prioritize investments in renewable energy infrastructure, such as solar and wind farms within and around Cairo. These installations can provide a clean and sustainable source of energy for the city. And we can also conduct an awareness campaign to launch public awareness campaigns to educate citizens and practices and the importance of renewable energy in their daily life. Um, and this can include media campaigns, workshops, and educational programs, and to be applied in the schools and the universities. And we also can put the stress on the green building standards that can be applied from the government and from the private sector to introduce and enforce green building standards that encourage energy efficient designs and the integration of renewable energy systems. This can include requirements for solar water heaters and rooftop gardens and energy efficient appliances, which helps people in their daily life to overcome the problem of the bustling in in Cairo, and to use sustainable sources in their daily life. And finally, we can, of course, we have uh, to make the research and development in our prioritize, because it can come up with new and creative ideas to tackle the problems of the bustling, and to use energy in and renewable energy in our daily life, to allocate resources to research and development in renewable energy technologies. This can involve establishing research centers like the Center of Excellence for Energy in my university. We can build a lot of centers of excellence for energy to support and fund the innovative and creative ideas that help to use renewable energy in our daily life, and in the cities like Cairo, and in all the countries, of course.
Yes, all right. So, how do you see the future of renewable energy in Egypt and globally? What do you think are the main challenges and opportunities in this field?
Yeah, the future of renewable energy in Egypt is good because we depend on the renewable energy in Egypt. Like in We have one of the biggest solar stations over the world in Upper Egypt, which is called Pimpan. Um, and we have also solar stations and wind stations in Al Quraimat mountain. So we have a lot of renewable energy resources, and we also have the river Nile, which and we have the high dam, which generate electricity from water, which is called hydro generation. So we have a lot of renewable resources in Egypt, which is good. But there are some challenges and opportunities in this field. over the world and in Egypt. One of these challenges, the grid integration. For example, in Egypt, the electricity work on 50 hertz frequency, and in Saudi Arabia, it works on 60 hertz frequency. So we can't integrate the two grids between the two countries due to this problem. So this is one of the challenges that we need to work on, and this challenge exists also in all the countries over the world. They can't integrate their grids due to this problem, and we have also some challenges in the intermittency and the storage. We have to come up with new strategies and new methods to store energy in a creative way to use it later. And also there are some problems and challenges in the cost and financing and in the policy and the regulations of the government or the renewable energy resources. And we need to prepare skilled workers for the future to work in this field, because this field has a lot of challenges, need skilled people to work on. And that's it.
Thank you for sharing. So, can you discuss any research or initiatives you have been involved in that focus on the integrations or renewable energy sources into the existing energy infrastructure?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, one of these projects is an idea to generate electricity from bacteria called G bacter. And
Hmm.
now I'm working with my colleagues on some problems to be tackled to save energy and to generate electricity from new resources that don't depend on the fuel and the sources that are bad for the environment and harm our environment. And these projects are crucial for our future and for our planet. And so I think that's very important to come up with new ideas, creative ideas, to generate electricity from different sources that don't depend only on the old sources of energy, because it's harmful for our environment.
Yes, all right. So, in your opinion, what role can international collaboration and organization like the UNFCCC play in driving global efforts toward a sustainable, renewable energy future?
Yeah, of course. We have a lot of challenges. Some of the organizations work on, like the UNFCCC. I think their main rule is to uh, make awareness campaigns for the ordinary people, to make them aware about the importance of renewable energy, and to teach them how to live sustainable life, how to be everything in your life sustainable, because that's very crucial. um, Now we have a lot of problems regarding climate change. We have to find new resources of energy and to use it in our daily life. All the people have to use renewable energy in their appliances and to be sustainable. And to that's all to save our planet in danger due to the bad sources of energy that we use, because uh, like I'm working now in a foundation called Munakh Ardena, our Earth's climate. We work on similar projects and events that make the people aware about the problems that face our world and face our planet, and we make them aware about how to tackle with these problems, and what the most important thing to make people aware about what are the problems and how it affects their daily life. Because if they know how these problems affect their daily life, they will be interested to know more about the climate change and its problems, and how to tackle with it.
All right. So, can you tell us about a book or movie that has had a significant impact on your life and why?
Yeah, all right. There is a book called How to Make Friends and Influence People for Dale Carnegie. This book is very important for anyone to read, because it teaches you how to make connections and how to tackle with people, and how to make relationships. And that's very important for anyone to know. And there is also a book called Asr al-Ilm, the era of science or the era of knowledge, for the Egyptian scientist Ahmad Zuwail. It's also an important book for me, and affected a life a lot, really.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So, what hobbies or activities do you enjoy outside of your professional life?
Yeah, originally I am a football player, so I enjoy playing football. But recently I had an injury. I stopped for a period from playing football due to this injury, but I will come back soon, inshallah. And I enjoy playing also billiard, and I enjoy going out and discover new places, especially in Egypt. In Egypt, the environment is very diverse. We have one third of the monuments of the world, and also we have the Nile River, and we have two seas, and so the environment in Egypt is very diverse, and anyone like to discover the new places and the environment. uh, I think he will enjoy in Egypt. Yeah, really.
Okay, great, mashallah. So, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Um, Regarding my professional life, I would like to go to Germany after I finish my bachelor degree, because it's the land of dreams for the engineers. Yeah, really. So I hope to complete my higher studies in Germany, and to learn the new technologies in the energy and renewable energy sector, and come back to Egypt and apply what I learned there, and to help my community here in Egypt, because we have bright minds, but we need the opportunity. So I seek to be the person who provides opportunity to youth in Egypt.
Okay, great. So, what is your favorite quote or mantra that you live by?
Yeah. I have two quotes. The first one is a part of Quran Kareem, uh, which is say, yeah, I will say it firstly in Arabic, and then I will translate it. يقول الله تعالى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وعلمك ما لم تكن تعلم وكان فضل الله عليك عظيما صدق الله العظيم, which means Allah has taught you what which you didn't know, and ever has the favor of Allah upon you been great. This is the first thing in my life. The second one is a quote from the book, which is called The Era of Science, or The Era of Knowledge, for the Egyptian scientist who achieved Nobel Prize in 1999, Ahmad Zuwail. He said, the community matters a lot. When I seeked to achieve Nobel Prize, I searched about the place that have the highest number of scientists who achieved Nobel Prize, which is Caltech. So I seeked to go to Caltech, and when I did that, I achieved Nobel Prize. So the community matters a lot.
All right. So, thank you so much, Mr. Mahmoud Wageh, for sharing your valuable insight and experiences with us today. Your journey in the field of energy, renewable energy, is truly inspiring, and we are very grateful for the knowledge you have imparted upon us. Your patient
Thank you.
dedication and achievements serve as a guiding light for aspiring individuals in this field. We commend your efforts in promoting sustainable energy solutions and making a positive impact on the global stage. On behalf of everyone here, I would like to express our deepest gratitude for taking time to be part of this interview. Your presence and contribution have made this session truly enlightening and informative. So, we wish continued success in all your endeavors and may you continue inspiring, pave the way for a sustainable, renewable energy future.
Thank you for your time. It was my pleasure to be with you today. And I want to say to all the Muslim over the world, Eid Mubarak, Adha Eid.
Eid Mubarak.
Today is the first day. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Once again, thank you, Mr. Mahmoud Wajid, and thank you to our audience and for joining us today. Assalamu alaikum and have a wonderful day ahead.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bye bye.
Bye.